In late August 2025, the world witnessed the largest humanitarian flotilla in history. Over 40 vessels carrying 462 brave souls from 44 countries embarked on a daring mission to break Israel's 18-year blockade of Gaza. This is the story of the Global Sumud Flotilla, a journey of courage, solidarity, and tragedy on the high seas. Gaza, home to 2.3 million Palestinians. For nearly 2 decades, it has been under a complete siege by land, sea, and air. Israel controls every entry point. Aid is restricted, delayed, or turned into deadly traps. The blockade, condemned by international law as collective punishment, has created one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. By sea, Israel enforces an exclusion zone extending up to 120 nautical miles from Gaza's coast, far beyond international law permits. Any vessel approaching faces interception, arrest, or worse. The Global Sumud Flotilla wasn't just one fleet, it was a decentralized armada. Vessels departed from 6 ports across the Mediterranean, creating a wave of resistance impossible to stop with traditional means. August 30th, 2025. The first boats depart from Genoa, Italy. August 31st. Barcelona, Spain sees the largest convoy launch, including the flagship vessel carrying climate activist Greta Thunberg, former Barcelona Mayor Ada Colau, and European Parliament member Rima Hassan. September 7th. Additional vessels set sail from Catania, Sicily, and Syros, Greece. But the journey wasn't smooth. On September 1st, strong winds forced the Barcelona convoy to return to port. Hours later, they departed again, determined to push forward. After 14 days of sailing, the entire flotilla converged at Tunisia for the final push toward Gaza. By mid-September, over 40 boats carrying medical supplies, food, water, and hope set sail from Tunisia on the 500-kilometer final leg to Gaza. As the flotilla entered international waters, tension mounted. Israel had declared a massive 120 nautical mile exclusion zone around Gaza, an area where previous flotillas had been attacked or intercepted illegally. On September 17th, security protocols were reviewed on deck. Volunteers prepared for the worst, but nothing could prepare them for what came next. October 1st, 2025. Approximately 70 nautical miles from Gaza's coast, well within international waters, the Israeli Navy launched its operation. One by one, vessels were surrounded. Armed commandos stormed the boats. There was no violence from the activists, only peaceful resistance. But Israel didn't care. October 1st to 3rd, all 42 boats were intercepted. 462 people were detained. Among them, Greta Thunberg, Ada Colau, journalists, doctors, and activists from Turkey, Italy, Malaysia, Kuwait, the United States, and dozens more nations. The last vessel, the Marinette, was intercepted in the early hours of October 3rd. Live stream footage captured the moment Israeli forces boarded. The crew of 12 was arrested. The entire flotilla had been stopped. The activists were forcibly taken to Israeli ports. What happened next shocked the world. According to multiple testimonies, detainees were subjected to severe mistreatment. Turkish journalist Ersen Celik reported witnessing Greta Thunberg being dragged on the ground and forced to kiss the Israeli flag. Malaysian activist Hazwani Helmi said they were treated like animals, denied food, clean water, and medication. Italian journalist Lorenzo Agostino described how Thunberg was humiliated and wrapped in an Israeli flag, exhibited like a trophy. Turkish TV presenter Iqbal Gurpinar said, "They treated us like dogs. They left us hungry for 3 days. We had to drink from the toilet." Israel denied all allegations, but activists continued to share their stories. October 5th, 137 activists were deported to Istanbul, Turkey. More deportations followed to Spain and other countries. As of today, 332 people have been freed, but 130 remain in Israeli detention, facing imprisonment for daring to challenge the siege. Israel's National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir announced plans to seize the flotilla vessels and convert them into a police fleet, turning instruments of peace into tools of occupation. The Global Sumud Flotilla may have been stopped, but its message echoes across the world. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition, in partnership with groups like Thousand Madeleines and The Conscience, has vowed, more boats are coming. Because the siege of Gaza is illegal, the blockade is collective punishment. And as long as 2.3 million people remain trapped, the world will not stay silent. This wasn't just a flotilla, it was a movement. And movements cannot be stopped by warships.